Hello and welcome to another edition of Inside Lowell. Welcome to Tea Time. This Inside Lowell podcast is coming to you from the WellPoint Studios. WellPoint, the only health plan offering healthcare benefits exclusively to Massachusetts GIC members. At WellPoint, your whole health is their whole point. I am very excited to bring in some people who are very near and dear to me and my heart with my kids at the school. Lowell Community Charter School. We have a couple of fancy guests here. Feel free to introduce yourselves.
Hi, Tenesha. I'm Leonardos, the Executive Director at Lowell Community Charter.
And Robert Gignac, the Chief Operating Officer. Thanks so much for having us.
Absolutely. And we are here to talk about Learn to Lead. So this is the fourth year for this program in the foundation. So feel free to expound on that so that people can understand what it's about and then also know how they can get involved, participate, sponsor, all of those fun things.
Sounds good. So our fourth Learn to Lead Foundation event is going to be April 17th, Thursday night, starting around 5:30. And it's a night where we celebrate our school community. We have our students participating that evening, multiple performances. We have guest speakers. I think you're going to be involved, and
Yes.
and your son Declan as well. We're looking forward to that as always. And it's a night where Lowell comes together to really celebrate LCCPS, and LCCPS puts its best foot forward. We've already reached our goal of $25,000 for the event, and right now we're up to about 31,000, and so that's tremendous. And we're really excited about the event coming up, and really looking forward to it.
Nice.
Yeah, and this year we're going to be recognizing some folks that have been involved with the school for the last 25 years. So this is our 25th anniversary, and so we're excited to be recognizing the hard work of people like Richard Chavez, who was a founder of the school, a longtime board president of the trustees as well as the foundation. And Deb Motu, who again was one of the founders of the school. She's been involved since the very beginning. She now serves as our Deputy Chief Operating Officer, who works closely with me and my team, and Susie Chun, who's one of the founding staff members. And so she's been employed by the school since the very first day that we opened our doors. And so we're excited to celebrate them and honor them and their hard work and contributions in making this, school a possibility.
Absolutely. So, for those who may not be as familiar with Learn to Lead, because I know that's the new name now.
Yeah.
So, what would you say, like, as far as people who may wonder, what does this mean exactly? What is the Learn to Lead Foundation?
Yeah, that's a great question. So we decided to shift the name to Learn to Lead because a key part of the curriculum that our school uses with our students is the Leader in Me program. And so starting in kindergarten, we teach students the 7 habits of highly effective people. And that's a baseline basically for our social emotional curriculum. And so the kids learn what it takes to be a good leader, what it takes to be a good team member. They learn how to navigate those kinds of situations from a very early age, and to really look at how they can grow and be a leader within the Lowell community. That is a big part of our mission as a school, and so it made sense for us to name our foundation Learn to Lead, because it's what we're doing every day.
Yeah, absolutely. And I will say for me, with my boys going there, that's what they have definitely taken away, where it's about being a leader. Because you can be a follower or you can be a leader, but what kind of leader do you want to be? And I would say for this initiative that you guys have laid out, it really gives children the opportunity to think about that, right? Like, what kind of leader am I going to be? And then also the way that you all get the children involved is amazing. So I would just say kudos to the charter, and I love y'all. You already know that. I'm a little biased. I ain't gonna lie. I'm a little biased. But no, but I definitely want it for our viewers just to really understand exactly what the school is about, because you guys definitely express that and then also encourage that with all the students that come through the doors. So with this program also, because with the fundraising and things like that, would you be able to expound on what it is that you're raising the funds for? Because some people may want to say, well, what are you raising the money for? What are you doing? Things like that. I don't know which one of you all.
Sure, I'll take a stab at it. So each year we focus on one priority area for the funds to be used as part of this event. So last year we raised money to support out of school time, so after school programming. We've also supported STEM education after school. This year we're prioritizing the funds to go towards our Build to Learn campaign. And so our capital campaign to support our the new construction of a new gym and community center, as well as renovating the spaces in the newly acquired Mill Number 5. So we're going to be using those funds to support the development and the construction of that. And we also have a portion of the Build to Learn campaign, which is called the Student Success Fund, and that supports programming. So personnel, programs that support kids outside of school time. And, we're excited. We're already over, as Nick said, the 25K. We're just over 31,000. And a lot of that has come through sponsorships from our community partners that we're truly grateful to have at the table.
Absolutely. And for those who may not know really about the charter, which I don't know who would not know,
Yeah.
but what the programs are that you all offer, because there's so many things that you offer in addition, where you have after school programs and different programs throughout the year that are basically no cost
Yeah.
to families.
Yeah.
So would you like to
Sure.
maybe?
I mean, I think, the thing that comes to mind, number one for me, is our after school programming. So we were able to secure a 21st century grant through the federal government and through the state just last school year, starting this school year. And so we're really excited about that because it's an opportunity to expand our after school programming. Our development office prior to that has done a great job raising funds so that our after school program is completely free to our students who participate, which to me is really special because being a former public school parent myself, I know nothing is free.
Right,
And so,
right.
any after school care, before school care, a lot of times that comes with a price tag. So for us to be able to offer that as a priority to our working families, and we've heard so much great feedback from our parents, whether it's the after school programming or some of the clubs and activities, which I will never be able to remember all of them, but just a few. So, we have a full athletics program that we support every year. Our kids, our girls team just 2 nights ago won the 𝐋𝐞𝐞 𝐓𝐢𝐬𝐿 championship for the first time ever.
Lovely.
And so that was tremendous. A game held over at UMass Lowell. On Saturday, our students participated in the most recent Model UN competition that was held at Northeastern University. And so those are two of the big programs, our Afro-Latin percussion program, our 𝐋𝐞𝐚𝐫𝐬 performances, the dance and the musical programs that we offer. We really try to be a big part of the fabric of Lowell and
Right.
to put our kids and the programs that we're doing after school out there. And then during the day, we have a lot of new programming this year. In addition to Leader and Me, which we've had for a number of years, we have new platforms where we're looking at student data in different ways so that we're making sure that we're able to support all of our students during our 7 hours of instruction each day to make sure the kids are making progress in reading and math, and that we have programming in place to support all of their needs. And the fact that we have over 50% of our students are English language learners, and so that we have the additional resources to support them, and the 15% of our students that are special education students, making sure that they have what they need. And so it's really a comprehensive approach.
Right, absolutely. And also, I think it's wonderful being a charter school. It's a free school if you're accepted, which
Yep.
is awesome because
Yep.
I will never forget the day that I got the call from my son to come in. I'm like, ooh, I'm there. Let me put all this applications in. But just all of the different things, like you mentioned, with the different programming and what is being offered, and just the initiatives that are being intentionally made
Mhm.
with the school. And again, if we can go back to the Learn to Lead Foundation, because there's so much that you all are doing. One thing I want to say, because I know a lot of people were not super excited about mill number 5
Mhm.
not being a thing anymore with the school taking over. So what have you guys been experiencing with that? Because people like to speculate, and I'm very defensive, because I'm like, no, that's not what happened. But I just want to make sure people understand it makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Logistically,
Mm-hmm.
because the way the school, because I know for me, when I pick my kids up, it's like I gotta go upstairs, over, down,
Yeah.
up again,
Right.
all these things. It's like a maze. But just what would you say for people? Because there are people who are very critical about this,
Yeah.
the transition.
Yeah, I think the transition was and still continues to be new to us, and is a bit of a struggle and a challenge. But the reality is, the school had found a partner in the Lachulis family 25 years ago when they
Mm-hmm.
gave us the opportunity to occupy the space that we currently occupy. And when we had conversations with them a few months ago, we never anticipated receiving a $3.5 million real estate donation.
Right.
And it was reported and is accurate. There was a financial contribution as part of that deal for some of the land and some of the other portions of the transaction. But the reality is, we couldn't turn away a $3.5 million real estate donation when it solves a lot of our problems when it comes to
Right.
occupying a historic mill building for 815 students.
Right.
Right now, we're across two different mill buildings, Mill 5 and Mill 6, which presents significant challenges for us in our daily operations by having residential condos above us on one end and retail and commercial on the other. So fully occupying one single building where we can maintain the building to our expectations, and we can, excitingly build out a new gymnasium. We can utilize amazing spaces like the Lunar Theater, the Overlook where we're having this event.
Right.
And we're super excited to be able to, transform the indoor streetscape into classrooms
Right.
where I enjoyed bringing my kids on the weekends. I enjoyed visiting the shops quite a bit. And I'm excited to see the kids in these spaces every day,
Mm.
and so, the reaction of the public, I completely understand. But we're simply the recipient of a gift, and it was a private transaction that will make a tremendous impact to our students and to the community as a whole. This is giving us the ability to develop vacant parcels behind the mill building.
Right.
So there's a single story building there. There's a paved area in an area of the city that could use some TLC. And so we're going to be building a brand new building right there and improving the street appeal, the curb appeal, and that's really an entryway into the downtown Lowell.
Yeah.
And so we see it as a huge improvement to the community as a whole. So.
And just to double down on some of what Robert just mentioned, so I think it's important for folks to realize, charters don't get any help in building or finding a building or building a building. We have to use the funds that we get and run the school efficiently enough so that we can afford a mortgage to do that work. And so we don't have a net. There's no safety net there. We either have the money or we don't. And so it's a reality that all charters face. And so for us, it really made sense. The other piece too, Robert mentioned 80 or so condo units on one side and a commercial area that used to be commercial area on the other. I think it's important for folks to realize we've had multi-million-dollar insurance claims that we've had to clean up the school. We've had to redo ceilings and floors and walls that were damaged by water coming down from above year after year, sometimes multiple times a year.
Right.
And so, educating kids nowadays is tough enough without having things break above you. And so
Right.
with this move over to the new building, over to the newly acquired space, we will occupy one whole building from top to bottom. And so, I joke about this, but I say, I can't wait for the next flood to be our own fault, because we've never had a flood. In the 25 years that we've been there, we've never had a flood. And so we're really looking forward to not having to deal with those late night calls when something breaks somewhere and someone's unit is overflowing.
Right.
So little things like that can really add up on the impact to kids and our classrooms.
Yeah.
And so we're excited about that as well.
Yeah, for sure. So the Learn to Lead, very excited about that. Again, 4-year anniversary of this foundation. And I also think it's amazing just the different things that are being offered to the students. Because that's one thing I will say for me, that from my experience with the school, that's what it's all about, is leadership. How are you a good leader? Because you can be a leader, good, bad, indifferent, but what does that look like? And just some of the different things that you guys have that you offer, I think is amazing with the students, and just encouraging them to excel and progress. And I absolutely, like I said, I'm biased because I'm a parent of the charter, but I wanted to see if there's anything else you guys would like to expound on that for that.
Yeah, I think if people are interested in getting a little taste of what LCCPS has to offer, it's to, certainly join us on April 17th. As Nick mentioned, we have performances. We're also going to be, we have a whole display that's going to be shown of why our students love LCCPS. So you'll hear directly from students, you'll hear from staff, from parents. I too am a parent of a student at the school, so you'll get a taste of our performing arts kids. You'll get a taste of our visual arts students. We just had a contest to design our 25th anniversary logo, and so you'll get to meet that winner of the contest. You'll hear from 2 of our student leaders from the 8th grade, 2 young, impressive women that are poised for success once they leave our school. And you'll hear from some of our honorees. And so it's a nice way to learn about our school. We have catering by the world famous Erin McMahon, who does a phenomenal job. You are our MC, and so we're fortunate for that. And we are excited to show people, the overlook at LCCPS. And hope people will come out and join us. And you can visit our website, lccps.org. It's a pop-up. It will bring you right to the Rally Up page, where you can purchase raffle tickets or tickets. We have some cool raffle items. One is a private rental of the Luna Theater, and so a 3-hour free screening. And so you can pick your own movie, or you can watch one of ours. We have thousands of films to choose from. We also have golf with Nick and I, round of golf. We should probably take that down this year. I don't know who's gonna, we
Taking that off.
We've made some enemies here, yeah. So
yeah, exactly.
but we have some great gift baskets. Our sponsors and our partners have really done a great job putting raffle items together. So it's just a nice evening. It's only 2 hours, so you're not out all night. And we again get to show off a little bit of what we do, and most importantly, we get to highlight our students. To folks that haven't been into the building to see them in their classrooms, they get to see them in a different lens. So
right. Now with the new building, well, not new, but new. But what would you say that people can anticipate as far as, because obviously that opens up a lot more, right? So for the Luna Theater, the kids are into theater, and then you have different other programs, because there's so many programs that are offered at the school.
Yeah.
So what does that look like for people who may potentially want to have their kids come to the charter?
Yeah, I think it opens a lot of doors for us. We're going to be able to again have a theater. We're going to have a large performance space with the overlook. And we're going to have a new state-of-the-art gymnasium right outside or connected to the building. We're also going to be adding a second playground, which will provide some flexibility in our schedule. And the additional real estate allows us to think differently about our programming and expand opportunities such as our programs for our adults, our parents. We have a great English ESOL program for our parents right now, which is being taught in a third grade classroom. So we'll be able to, equip a classroom for adults, and we're excited about that and expanding opportunities for our parents and the community as a whole. We're looking to rent out the Luna Theater to community partners at a reasonable rate, the Overlook, our new gymnasium. And so we really want it to be a community hub. We are a community public school, and we want to make sure that the community feels invited into our space.
Right.
Yeah, and we're looking also to potentially include a science lab and a computer lab, with two things which we don't currently have, and so we're looking forward for those opportunities as well.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Is there anything else that you feel like we should make sure people know? Are we still looking for sponsors? If people want to be a sponsor or a donator.
Yeah, so we're looking for attendees. You can certainly still sponsor the event. You can visit the website or call the school 978-323-0800 and ask for development. We're doing great when it comes to sponsorships. We're looking for people to buy raffle tickets and sign up to attend, and we look forward to seeing you there. And I mentioned to Declan, I asked him if he was going to be singing, and he said, "Who told you? My mother?" I said, "Yes, she did." Yeah,
He volunteered himself.
I know.
Yeah, no, we're definitely down. We'll be there for sure. But we will make sure we put all of this on this link so that way they can have the website, they can sponsor, and also if they want to get raffle items, things like that. But anything else that we should make sure that people know?
Probably. But I think that's it.
Nick's like, that's all we got.
I think that's all we got for this event. Yeah.
Yes.
I think we covered
so April 17th.
Yeah.
Is it 5:30?
5:30 at the Overlook at LCCPS, which is the 5th floor of Mill 5.
It's free parking at the early garage next door.
Okay, wonderful. And we'll make sure we get as many people there as possible and get all of the raffles purchased as much as possible.
Yeah.
If my friend Yunju's watching, she always wins. She probably won 5 already, and she didn't even start.
Yeah, she's already in there.
I'm going to make sure I tell her to look at this podcast because she wins all the raffles. I think was it last year? Was it Red Sox tickets she won? She won something.
Yeah.
Yeah, she wins all the things all the time. I love it. But I appreciate you guys so much.
Well,
and you guys are an amazing school. And side note, Linton is thriving.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
That's
at
great.
Latin Lyceum.
Excellent.
He just got accepted into the Phillips Academy MS Squared program.
The summer program. Yeah,
Nice.
That's great.
That's excellent.
Yep. And this is courtesy of all the amazing things he's gotten at LCCPS.
Well, that's great to
And
hear.
also shout out to Mr. Wookie. He gave him a rave review.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, but you guys are my family, my charter school family. But yes, but we will definitely post this. We'll tag you and sure.
That's right.
That's great.
Awesome.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Absolutely. All right. This is another edition of Tea Time. Thank you so much for joining us. And if you did not hear it, on Thursday, April 17th, 5:30 at the Lowell Community Charter School, we are going to have our Learn to Lead program. We'll be sure to include the links and also the web address as well as the phone number. Feel free to come by and visit. We're looking forward to seeing you. Thank you so much and have a wonderful day.